So, you guys are going to love this. I just did this whole video talk for about 6 minutes and realized that I wasn't recording. So, here we go again. So, you're going to see some answers on here, but we'll go through it anyway. All right. So, hey, spoiler alert, the answer is 5,040. So, we have this set up. I'm going to quickly go through this again because, I've done this. 300 times 1 is 300. 300 times 10 is 3,000. So we have 10 times our 60 is going to be 600. 4 times 300 is 1,200. And 4 times 60 is 240. We're going to add all of this together. Deja vu. 300 plus 1,200 is 4,200. 600 plus 240 is 840. Add all of that together, we're going to get an answer of 5,040. Oh, hey, look, I already got that one. Okay, on this problem here, 192 players in the league, and there are 16, there's a 192, 16 players on each team. Since this was the total number, we need to split that 192 players into how many teams. So we're going to divide it by the 16 players that are on each one. And so that work is here. We went through, or I went through and did 16. I took out because I wanted to do a power of 10. 16 times 10 was 160. Subtracted out, got 32. So I knew I could take out two more 16s. 2. Add that together, get an answer. So that means there are 12 teams. If you take the 12 teams, multiply it by the 16 players in each team, it'll give you the total of 100. Okay. Cecilia using centimeter cubes to make the figure shown. One way that I showed this was you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the front. And then since you see there's two stacks going back to back, you've got 12 plus another 12 is 24. Another way to look at it is layers building up, which is probably a better way. You have 1, 2, 3, and then you have a second set back there, so it's another 3, so that's the 6 here. So 6 in this layer, 6 in this layer, 6 in this layer, 6 in this layer, 24 cubic centimeters. All right, so I'm going to draw this one out for you. It's talking about a rectangular prism. And remember, it doesn't matter exactly what that rectangular prism looks like when you draw it. It's really just putting the numbers in to make sure that it matches up. It doesn't matter if it is scaled correctly. So these numbers that we have in here are 6 feet in length, 3 feet for the width, and 2 feet for the height. And okay, so we have the first question, the area of the base of the chest is 18 square feet. So the base is going to be that bottom of the chest. So we have 6 times 3, that is going to be 18 square feet. So yes, that was true. Sorry, true. The volume of the chest is 18 cubic feet. The only way that the volume could be 18 cubic feet if the area of the base is 18 is if the height was 1 and the height is 2. So that is a false statement. Emma must use 36 unit cubes to fill the chest. So we have 6 times 3 is 18 times 2 is going to be 36. So we remember going back, she said that she had cubes that were 1 foot on each side. There's going to be a 1 cubic foot. So yes, it was 36 of those. The next one, Emma must use 2 layers. So we're stacking on top 1 layer, 2 layers with 9 cubes in each layer to fill the chest. Well, that would mean there's 9 on the bottom layer and then another 9 on top for 18, but we know it's not 9 on the bottom because it's 6 times 3. Because there's 6 there, 6 in here, 6 in here, 6 in here. That's going to give you 18 on that bottom. So that is false. And the last one, the volume is 36 cubic feet. We had already done that 6 times 3, 18 times 2, 36. Moving on to question 10. So basically, if we just use the same drawing, I'm going to erase the numbers and use the same drawing. And it tells us that the square base. So when you think of a square base, square is telling you that all the sides are the same length. So that means this one is 5 and this is 5 and these are centimeters. So it's 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters. Okay, so that means if we're doing, and this is our unknown right here that we don't know because it's asking for the height of it. That means to find that volume equals length times width times height that we have. That means it's 5 times 5 times our unknown right here, which next year you'll be using variables on that, is going to equal the 125. So the first thing I think is, okay, I need to multiply my 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So I need to know 25 times what equals 125. So when I see a 25, I start thinking quarters. That means 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. That means 5 times 5 times 5 is going to be 125. And then question 11, here's a partially filled box with unit cubes. Needs to find 5 layers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's 7 in the front, 7 in the middle, 7 in the back for 21, or 7 times 3, 21. And then multiplying it by the 5 layers, because it's 5 inches high, would give you the volume of 105 inches cubed. All right, so again, well, I guess not again to you, but again for me, if you have any questions on this, post it on Google Classroom on this assignment so that I know what you're asking about. Use the videos, watch it a couple times. If you get lost, pause it and go back. But be specific when you're asking me your questions. All right, enjoy your evening.